Welcome to the Business Owner Spotlight Series. My name is Gabriel Moore. I am one of the senior partners here at Action Coach Vanguard in Central Iowa. Today, I've got Sean Munro, the owner of District 36 Wine Bar and Grill, as my guest. We're going to be talking about his business, journey to business ownership, challenges, best practices, and share a peek into what it's really like to build and operate a business. If this is your first time on a channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Get notifications when we drop new conversations just like this one. Sean, man, welcome and thank you so much for being here today. Give us a brief overview of your background and tell us a little bit about your business.
So my background is just restaurants, bars, food, hospitality, the whole nine yards. A little bit about the business. I learned a lot from two people here in Des Moines, Dave Thompson with the Urban Grill and Bobby Tercy over at Latin King. I worked and managed with both of them. And just the best thing is treating everything like family. We have a little bit nicer space up here, but everyone's family. Doesn't matter if it's nice, if it's comfort, if it's every night, if it's a night out, if it's Christmas or it's date night, just everyone's family. So that's just a little bit about us and just a little bit about the business. It's food and alcohol and family.
Food, alcohol, and family. What a
Yep.
great little title right there. I love it. All right, man. So to set the stage for the viewers, tell us a little bit about the role you currently play in your business.
So one thing about restaurants and being a family-owned restaurant, my role is everything. I'm the owner, which means I'll serve tables, I'll wait tables. You'll see me bussing tables every night of the week. But then I do all of the back end stuff, making sure our percentages are right, and getting through payroll, getting through all the taxes. But so I have my two positions, one out on the floor where I love seeing people. I'm a people person, love doing it. That's my favorite part of this business. And then I
Okay.
have my other part of the business is your business side, which is the numbers and making sure everything works out to keep the lights on.
That's awesome. Yeah. So it's funny you say that the two separate roles, you're wearing a
Mhm.
lot of hats, right?
Yep.
When you look at your role, how many hours do you think you spend working in your business? That's like the job that's doing the
Yep.
finances, it's doing the service, that's doing the tables, it's the teamwork. How many hours do you think you're working on the business where it's like strategy and planning and things like that?
So I'm inside the restaurant probably 50 to 60 hours a week on the floor. And then in the office, I do another 20 or so. If it's not here in the office, at home, at my office at home, going through the numbers, putting everything together, doing payroll. So it's my life. Fun
Legit,
life. I
like all
do
the way.
enjoy it. It's a good life to have right now.
Yeah, what a good challenge to have. We like to say that business ownership is not all it's kicked up to be at times,
No,
but we're also not afraid of hard work, though, right? I mean,
no.
that's kind of our thing. Sweat equity, they like to call it. Well, let's move on to like what makes
Yep.
District 36 so special. Who primarily does your business serve? If like I were in the audience, how would I know if this was a good fit? If I was a good fit for your service.
So we'll serve anyone, but primarily you'll see running around here, my servers are the youngest people here. You're really looking at about 30 years old and up adults, adults that want to come out, have a good time, and not be surrounded by kids. They don't want loud music. They don't want people yelling and screaming. We have TVs in our bar area, but we are not a sports bar. Our primary people are people that want to come out, have a nice time, have a good steak, and be waited on, taken care of. One thing that we really keep to a higher standard than I've seen and really I'm proud of is our service. Our service to you, making sure everything is done professionally, professionally, and just making sure everything's done correctly.
No, you guys do a good job. I've eaten there many times, and I think your customer service is outstanding. Honestly,
Thank you, thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
Another big thing for us that makes us sets aside too, we're
Yeah.
not small plates. My big one thing I
Oh,
always learned, I learned this from Bobby Tercy at the Latin King. If you left here hungry and you have to go get food somewhere else, I did a bad job. Even with COVID and the rising food costs that we've had through the years and through this, as we all experience rising costs and everything, how do we make it so where people come back and profitable? One thing we never did was cut portion size. We never went smaller. because if you left here hungry, you're not going to come back.
For sure, right?
Exactly.
So that's a fact.
So making
So
sure everyone fills up.
no, and I think that's a pretty good policy, especially no to feel good at the end of that. You want to walk out like it being an experience, almost tired, right?
You got like the people come up to the host and they go, "Do you got a wheelbarrow? You got to roll me out of here." I said, "You know what? That's
Yeah,
a good thing."
yeah, that's a good thing. You go home, you rest this one off, come back when you're ready.
Exactly. That's what I want you to feel.
So what makes your business unique as opposed to other restaurants? Why do your customers choose you? Why is it District 36 as opposed to like Jethro's or there you got some surrounding places around
Yep.
you? What's the
I'm not
uniqueness?
not saying anything bad about any of the other restaurants. They all do a
Absolutely.
wonderful thing, but when you come here, you can sit in the booth, you can sit in your seat and relax and breathe. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about the quality of food coming out. You don't have to worry about, the service. You come in, I talk to you, how you doing? I'll shake your hand. You're a person. You come in, you get treated like a person, not like a number. You have a good time and you relax. You just get to sit down and not worry about our health codes being followed correctly. Is your
Right.
drinking good? It's all gonna be taken care of for you.
That's awesome. I like that. Relax, don't worry, really just settle back and enjoy the experience, right?
Sit down and enjoy and just let the day melt off you.
I love it. What's one thing you wish more people knew about your business?
Um, One thing that we've been kind of typecasted in is, and I've heard this just from different people, they think we're too fancy. They don't want to come in
Really?
on a daily basis or whatever because they think we're white tablecloth. When I first started working here, I wore a shirt and tie every day. Well, people would come in, they go, "Are we dressed nice? Are we dressed okay?" I don't want you to feel like, yes, I want you to come in and have your rehearsal dinner here and everything nice and your birthday and dress up and black tie if you want to, but I also want you to feel comfortable in a t-shirt and shorts.
Sure.
So one thing to get away from is trying to get away from that white, still fine dining, but not white tablecloth.
No, I get that. That's and it's a fine line, right? I mean, it's
Extreme.
you're kind of right there on the border of that. When I first walked in there, I think I felt like I had that experience. I had to second guess it for just a moment. And then I was like, no, 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 no. I'm feeling pretty
Yep.
relaxed in here. Yeah, this is good. I'm
That's
good.
that's where the
Yeah.
uniforms of my servers where, it's black, but it's
Right.
not black tie. We're not running around in shirts and
Right.
ties. We're not, it's nice, but it's not super formal.
I get
You
it.
can still come in a cardigan, you know?
Right, right. So, okay, so let's divert. Let's switch gears here for a minute. Let's talk about marketing.
Okay.
What is your number one marketing strategy that's brought you the most business thus far?
The high schools. Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial, they're huge. In one way or another here in Ankeny, um, these high schools, everyone is connected to a high school one way or another.
Yeah,
So for us, we donate meals to every organization that these high schools offer. If it's chess club, if it's a sports team, I mean, we're in front of all of them. We, do free meals for the students. I remember when I was a kid, I went to Dowling Catholic here. And when I
okay.
was a kid, we went to meals at Christopher's with
Sure. Yeah, I love
Ronnie
Christopher.
Judas Essie. Went to Christopher's. You know what? I have a bunch of crew that went and worked there. And now, Ankeny and Des Moines, they have some of the highest retention rates of people that are growing up here and staying here. Well, if they had a great time as a kid, well, now they're coming back as adults when they have money. So
Yeah,
and then two, I get the parents, the staff, all of the people that support the high schools right now.
yeah.
And I'm banking on the future with the kids coming back and growing up and staying here in Ankeny.
That's an
Marketing
investment, right?
right now and marketing for the future.
No, I love it. That's an absolute investment. It's a good strategy. Good strategy. And so if that's the number one that brought you the most business, um, do you have an approach right now to like track who's coming in, who's buying? Do you have an approach to who's buying a second time?
Yes, credit cards.
Love it.
Um, so when you can track credit cards and see what zip code they're from. So you can kind of tell what area they're from, where they're around, are the credit cards that with the systems we have in place, I can tell how many times this credit card been used in a month, in a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Now it doesn't give me the full card number out of everyone's safety and
Sure.
protection, but it's going through and seeing who's coming back, where the credit cards are from. When we do to-go orders, where are all our to-go orders being delivered to? And
And you
that's
guys do
when
delivery?
tons of it, yes. Oh,
I didn't
yes.
know
But
that.
then Google's fun with that too, because they'll send you uh, an email every month about where people are searching from Google, the top 3 searches.
Sure. Oh yeah.
In the last year, every year but the last year has been foods near me, restaurant near me, and restaurants in Ankeny. Well, now it's fine dining Des Moines, restaurants in Ankeny, and restaurants near me. So one thing we've learned
Right.
with that is we're growing not just Ankeny, but the whole Des Moines area.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's a unique name, a unique experience. Yeah, you bet you're going to pull some people in. I love it.
So
Um,
that's looking and seeing where people are coming from.
no, I love it. That's good tracking system. It's something that I would love to dive into more on for sure. Of course, we got so
Yep.
much time on the call. We spent a bunch of time focused like on the business and sharing some of the best practices for the audience.
Mhm.
Let's dive into your journey a little bit, Sean. Why did you choose to go into business for yourself as opposed to choosing to work for someone else? What was that transition like for you?
So started off my dad. My dad is his own business owner. He owns Des Moines OBGYN. Dr. Barney Munro here in Des Moines has delivered probably 50,000 kids in the Des Moines area since I was born.
Right on.
In practice in the early 90s.
Yeah,
Um, he was his own business owner. He always has. I always wanted to be too. You listen to him, my Uncle Pat with Munro Construction, talking about that jump. It is a jump in work. You work more, you
yep,
have more risk, but you also have more of a reward if that reward comes out.
that's right.
I've managed, I've always wanted to be my own owner. When I had my first interview with Jean Thompson 10 years ago, she asked me what I want to do in 5 years. And I said, well, I want to be an owner. I don't want to, not just be a manager because that's a great position, but I want to move on. And so eventually, so the jump from management to ownership happened back in 2018 when I bought 25% of District 36. And from there, that jump was holy crap. I'm not just working hourly anymore. I'm not
Yeah,
just working salary anymore. I got to make this profitable and make this work.
heck yes. No, man, I love it.
And two, you
Absolutely.
look around and you go, crap, this is mine.
Yes, and isn't that
That's a
something?
yeah,
Yeah, when you're responsible for building that, when you're like, I did this, I was
yes,
part of this. That's super fulfilling, especially when you're helping people, you're servicing people, right?
correct. And you get to see the same people every day and
Yes,
every other day at least. I mean, there's some people we hear at the restaurant are here every day, seeing the same people, and they can tell you how what they seen has changed. And to hear it
sure.
from their perspective is it's a lot of fun. It's a great
That's cool. So let's see. Fast forward. What comes next? Where do you see the business in the next 3, 5 years?
I want to expand our catering, but at the same point too, I got my 3 to 5 years expanding the catering. We all have our debts that, if it's not your idle loan from buying the building to, you know, paying off all the assets that, from paying off my assets. But outside of that, I would always love to, back over in New York, my dad knows a couple people that own a corner. And in that corner, there's a bar, there's a restaurant, there's a sports bar, and then there's a pastry dessert place. They're all
Okay.
different things. You don't know it, but you go from one place to the next place to the next place. I wouldn't have a problem, maybe opening up a late night dessert and coffee bar here so that when people leave my restaurant, hey, what should they do? Hey, go get dessert next door and have a great time over there as well. Maybe
That's
expanding a
solid.
little bit, but not really knowing that it's District 36 here and there,
Right.
two different things, two different styles, kind of growing the whole industry, helping out the district too, making this a place, and it already is, but making this a
Yeah.
place where you can spend all weekend here and never have to leave and have something new every night.
Oh, sure. No, and you guys are a big part of what makes the district what it is. That's a
Yes.
fact. That's a fact.
We have a
So
lot.
what's that?
You have a lot of fun here in the area.
Oh, I know. It is a good time. I really do enjoy it down there. Hey, listen, Sean, we've covered a lot of ground in our conversation so far. For those who are watching, I highly encourage you to save this, come back a few times for an additional watch. Lots of good stuff here. Sean, as we begin to wrap up, I got a few rapid fire questions. These are going to be like quick top of the answers. Okay. So one word or one sentence. Okay.
You got it.
You ready?
Yep.
What is the key to success for you?
Hard work.
Hard. Game on. What is your one piece of advice for other business owners?
You're going to fall. You're going to have bad months, but you got to have your good months too. And you got to focus on the good months.
Good one, man. Focus. Focus is a big deal, isn't it? That's good. What's one book you're reading now or have read most recently?
The International Wine Guild to 2023. Got to keep up on my wine knowledge.
Okay. That's wild. Yeah. So if you had to choose only one area of your business that you could immediately improve tomorrow, what would it be?
Our ambiance in our atrium. You walk in, it's bland. I need that thing to pop. Got to have the money to do so too.
All right. So before we get to the final question, how can others learn more about your company? How can they get in contact with you?
Honestly, call the restaurant. I'm here all the time. My staff knows where I'm at. If I'm not here, if they want to get in contact with me, I'm always here at the restaurant.
Riddle off the restaurant phone number for me, Sean.
It's 515-261-2502.
2502. All right. And then last and final question of today, and this has been an awesome, awesome interview. What's the most inspiring thing to you today?
Honestly, my old business partners who are now my mother and father-in-law, Dave and Jean Thompson, they just got Restaurateurs of the Year. But what's inspiring is seeing how they have grown and how their lifelong dream has come true and how my lifelong dream is just starting.
Man, you've got a killer perspective. I love it. As we wrap up, man, I just want to say thank you. This has been an amazing spotlight on your journey as not just a business, but as an owner as well. And I'm deeply grateful you allowed me to look under the hood with you about District 36 Wine Bar and Grill. And
I appreciate you calling me.
oh, absolutely. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how you and your business take it to the next level. This has been Business Spotlight with Sean Munro of District 36 Wine Bar and Grill, and your host, me, Gabriel Moore. Thanks for watching, and we're going to see you next time. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.